All right, good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining us at 7. I'm Tracey McCain.
I'm Caitlin Nuclo. We begin this morning with team coverage on this first alert weather day. You're going to want to plan some extra time because if you haven't gone out yet, well, you don't know yet that it is pretty icy out there this morning.
Yeah, despite this gorgeous sunrise,
yeah,
I just can't get enough of.
Right?
Meteorologist Jill Gilardi gets us out the door here. What you need to know. Good morning.
Good morning. Yeah, a little trick me sunshine. It is, looks beautiful. Doesn't feel beautiful outside by any means. And you got to watch out. Anything not treated is likely going to be slick. Now, crews have done a phenomenal job. My way in, you know what, other than like my driveway that had a little icy patch that wasn't treated, everything else was doing pretty good. But you just never know. You can't tell the difference. Is that wet or is that ice? So watch out. Plenty of icy surfaces still ongoing, and that's why it's a first alert weather day. Short fused. Well, it's just another chilly day, but mostly sunny as we progress through the rest of today. And Friday, if you think today's cold, oh my goodness, Friday, the coldest air in 9 months is here, and we probably won't even hit 30 degrees. So rough stuff in terms of the cold, but yeah, really take it easy. Watch yourself on those turns and making the stops. It could be slick out there. Visibility is A-okay. So you can see some parts of the road dry, other parts a little bit of patchy ice. It's still below freezing in Waterbury, 28 degrees. That breeze, though, keep it coming, not in terms of making it feel better, but, hopefully drying some of everything out. But whatever's there is still just like frozen solid. Look at all the locations below freezing versus above. We have, honestly, one spot above freezing still. So that's why that first alert weather day continues for the next several hours. It may take until after 9 o'clock or even 10 o'clock for many inland locations to finally rise above freezing. And any of those shady spots, it can take even longer for that ice to start to melt. The sunnier spots, of course, working its magic. So as we get into this afternoon, highs today, shoreline you might get to 40 if you're lucky, but everyone else are just kind of hanging out in the 30s. And look at Friday. Yeah, we're bundling up ourselves and our pups. That is our next big thing to talk about. The Arctic air is on the way. I'll have more of that in 15 minutes. And also if there's any more snow. I'll see you then. Caitlin.
All right, thanks, Jill. Good morning, everyone. 7:03. Let's get you out the door here. We've got a first alert in Manchester, 84 westbound between exits 59 and 58. The shoulder blocked off. We have a tow truck and Connecticut State Police still on scene. Just a reminder, slow it down, move it over. It's the law here in Connecticut with the presence of those emergency vehicles. Still dealing with an issue here in Litchfield, Baldwin Hill Road. This is right at Route 202. That's Bantam Road. We're going to have more details on that as well in just minutes. But if you're heading out the door, the big story for basically everyone this morning. Everyone should be playing along. Roads are going to be slick and slippery. You can see basically every single camera we've got up here. This is a live look in East Hartford along Route 2. You can see on the sides of the roads here a little bit of snow cover, some ice, some slick, slippery conditions out there all across the state. So it doesn't matter where you're driving. Just make sure that you are slowing it down. If it looks wet, it could be icy. Normal drive times down through Fairfield County here at this point, 95 southbound towards the George Washington Bridge. Rest of the state, though, it doesn't look like we're dealing with any significant delays just yet. I'll get you another update on that in just about 20. That's a quick check at your Connecticut Chevy First Alert traffic report driven by your Connecticut Chevy dealers.
All right, we have team coverage of this first alert weather day. The snow is gone and the rain is gone, but it left behind a little bit of a different challenge, right?
Yeah, and that's where your reporter Roger Zanin takes over things in Simsbury this morning. So Roger, how's it looking like this morning?
Good morning, ladies. It's not terrible out here, but certainly if you were going to drive around or even walk around, you will encounter some slick spots. Right now, we are in a parking lot on Hop Meadow Street here in Simsbury, and you can see all of the black ice, all of the sheen here on the parking lot. Now, that's going to make a big difference for anybody who is perhaps walking their kids to the school bus stop this morning. So you're going to need to be very, very careful. And as for the roads, I can tell you, bottom line, they're no picnic either. Now, they have been treated in most areas where you've been, which is some good news. But because of all the black ice, one of the things that you're going to notice is that other drivers in front of you are taking it slow, which is certainly the best way to go this morning. We were driving in, and we certainly noticed a lot of truck drivers in particular were taking their feet off the gas and going at a slow rate, which is obviously, again, wise move. Now, we did check in with the AAA, and they said the bottom line, on a day like this, you just have to use your common sense, people.
That being said, you want to drive very smoothly when there's a chance of precipitation, ice, snow, freezing rain, whatever it is on the road. No sudden movements. So be very controlled and very smooth with your maneuvers, and don't jam on the gas pedal and then stomp on the brake.
And the good news for folks in Simsbury and really all across Connecticut is that we have seen a big team effort cleaning up these roads and parking lots. We've seen salt trucks, plow trucks, and even individuals spreading salt on sidewalks and on parking lots. So again, the help is on its way. It's already here in some ways, but it's going to be another slippery morning in Simsbury, so just be careful and use common sense. Reporting live in Simsbury, I'm your reporter Roger Suzanne, Channel 3 Eyewitness News. I'll send it back to you.
All right, thanks, Raj. They did a great job salting the roads last night. All right, we're on top of breaking news from overnight in Litchfield, where we're working to find out more about an emergency response on Baldwin Hill Road. That's right near the area of Bantam Road. Our crews capture this video of fire trucks parked alongside that road. The scene has cleared. Stay with us for updates as we learn more about what happened in this area.
And we're also following breaking news here from overnight in Woodbury, where Route 317 was closed overnight in both directions. DOT is reporting that it's because of a downed pole and wires. The closure impacted that area between Whittlesey Road and Tophet Road. It has since reopened. And as cleanup here continues from Tuesday's winter storm, we're checking out another spot where the plows have certainly been busy since last night.
We're keeping an eye on conditions in Enfield this morning. Your reporter Sierra Jordan is there live this morning. So what are you seeing right now, Sierra?
Good morning, ladies. We are seeing more cars out on the roads, and they have been driving slow and taking it easy. But you can see that the snow is off of the roads, and for the most part, they are basically clear. Now, your parking lots and possibly driveways will have black ice. The parking lot that I'm standing on right now currently has black ice, and I almost fell coming out of the car because of how slippery it is. Take a look. You see how icy and slick that is. But you just want to be extra careful when you're stepping out this morning. We have been seeing crews in this plaza and at the plaza across the street there at the Enfield Commons. We've seen, I counted about 3 or 4 crews. Actually, there's one right in front of Red Robin. That is what we've been seeing all morning. For 3 hours now, they've been working tirelessly, treating the parking lots and main roads, adding salt to the untreated surfaces. Now, we spoke with an Enfield business owner who plows 30 properties across town, and he told us safety is their top priority.
You got to wait. Most people go out early in the morning and salt and sand before the people get to their work site and go from there. And safety is a big issue, so that's what we try to accommodate. Typically, I do like a summer ad with snow plowing, and people usually wait till the last second, though. It's always the last second. Hey, can you come plow my driveway? My plow guy's truck broke down. So, but I try to accommodate almost anybody.
In the past hour, we have been seeing several cars with snow and ice still on top of their cars. So please, if you're still at home and you need to get out, give yourself an extra time to plan your day. Scrape that snow on top of your car. Give yourself some time to heat up the car because it is very cold out here. And just please be careful if you are stepping out on your driveway or any parking lot because it is very icy and slick. Your reporter live in Enfield, Sierra Jordan, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
Well, we're already seeing delays this morning for schools and daycares. You can see that scrolling on the bottom of your screen. You can also find it anytime on our website or the WFSB app.
All right, let's get to more breaking news from overnight here. Just in the last hour, police in Stamford are asking you to avoid Oaklawn Avenue because of a police investigation. This is the same area where there was a police response yesterday that ended with a barricaded suspect dead from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. Pinpoint News Tracker showing you where it all unfolded, also on Oaklawn Avenue. Police tell us gunfire was exchanged, but no officers were hurt. We're working right now to find out if the investigations are related.
Happening today, we expect to learn more about an investigation into a West Haven police officer accused of using excessive force. That officer is on leave right now, and the case is currently in the hands of the state's attorney's office after another officer came forward about it. The police chief will hold a news conference later this morning. Of course, we'll update you once we learn more here on the air and online.
And today in Shelton, unionized tenants who live in apartments owned by Alpha Capital Funds will call on the property managers to meet them face to face. They want to talk about ways to improve their living conditions. Tenants in New London and Niantic say the company has agreed to rescind eviction notices and pull back on those proposed rent hikes, but they still want to talk with them and explain their long-term protections.
And today in Hartford, we're expecting an update on the city's efforts to protect tenants from potentially dangerous living conditions. The mayor's office is unveiling the latest list of so-called problem landlords who fail to maintain their properties and will share ways that they're holding them accountable. We told you about this yesterday. That event was postponed, though, because of the weather. It's also a big day here for local high school football teams in the state playoffs.
Yeah.
All quarterfinal games will be played tonight at 6:30.
Yeah, you might remember they were scheduled yesterday, but now they're today because of the storms. Semifinal games have been pushed back to Monday, and officials are still reviewing plans for a championship weekend, but say no games will be played next Friday.